Hi, hello, and everyone. Hi. Oh, fuck. What do I say usually? Oh, welcome,
hi,
welcome,
hello.
welcome. I forgot
Good
welcome.
morning, good afternoon, and good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Hi, hello, and
Okay.
welcome everyone to yet another running podcast, episode 6. Yeah, episode 6. I don't know. I'm running out of good intro ideas, so we're just gonna have to roll with that. But I am RunnerBoi as usual for the 6th time in a row, resident video upload sandbagger, and joined by me are the two other guys that may or may not make track and field videos, which are Jumpman and Adam Jensen. Guys, how we doing?
I don't live in a car anymore.
Yeah. Look at the setup he's got going. Those 2 participation medals looking strong as well.
Damn right, dude. Fucking in my cut corner with my participation medals.
Command center and control.
But yeah, so in terms of meets or whatever, so Doha was kind of a stinker. I think realistically we're just going to be talking about solely Paris. There wasn't really a lot that happened. I mean, there was Zagreb. I mean, I don't know if Jumpman, you want to give a couple shout outs to that before we move forward, because I only tuned in vaguely to it. I saw a couple of the races, I think, but there wasn't really anything for me personally to write home about.
I thought you were a big fan of Elaine Thompson-Herah.
I am. I did see that she won. What was it? 1092. I couldn't even tell you.
1091.
1091.
She dodged the Jamaican champs final, which may or may not have been healthy for anyway, to run at Zagreb and then ran a 1091, which would have come, I think, 3rd in Jamaica and qualified for the Com Games if she wanted to go. But then she's come out with this whole statement like, I'm healthy, this season's about getting my body back, and I'm not running it at any championships, which, fair game, I guess.
Yeah, it sounds like she's sort of reserving herself for 2027, or even a chance at, making the big stage in LA, which I get, but I feel like it would have been nice to see her back in. I mean, it does seem like she's not back in full form, but I mean, she's winning races. I mean, who was expecting that after the last, how the last 2 years went?
Dude, she's running at like 85% and winning races. I mean, can't be mad. Can't be mad at all.
What was the wind?
I don't know. Pretty negligible.
Normal.
But
it was still, I feel, 7.9 is like relatively respectable in a neutral wind.
No, it was a good race, especially for her. It's just, I don't know, it's the whole dodging opportunities, but I think she kind of gets a pass considering how messed up her Achilles has been like the last 3 seasons or whatever.
Yeah, did she get like surgery, or has she just been constantly treating it and just hoping that kind of resolves in that way? I don't even know the full extent of her injury, honestly.
Ever any do we ever get answers to that?
I mean, Jakob was pretty transparent about his Achilles injury in terms of how he was trying to treat it and fix it until he just had to bite the bullet and get surgery on it.
Yeah, I just meant so more in terms of her. And even then, I guess the Jamaican camp in general, they tend to have that like mindset of don't let your enemies know what's really going on. It's like an advantage for them.
Yeah, I've never understood that.
Kind of true.
It kind of comes off as pretty superficial. I mean, these athletes know what type of shape they're in. For the most part, word gets it's a small world. I mean, come on now. True. You don't think they know what's going on behind the scenes and that these people aren't talking to each other?
If you're not running, it's pretty obvious what's up.
What do we want to start off with for Paris? Unless you have more to say about
this week and actually just start off like really hot and just go straight to the 800.
I don't know.
Gamma. Someone's got something interesting to say on it.
We do, but
one of us does.
I feel like I kind of want to save my thoughts on the 800, like low key.
Nah, let's jump straight in. We'll let it flow. We'll just talk about random crap the whole time, and then you'll have to figure it out in post.
Go on a tangent halfway through, eh? Knowing us.
Yeah, because that's what we do. What's the point of having an order anyway if we just talk about nonsense? All right, I think before we jump into it, I want to ask you guys: does she break the world record this year, or any of them really? I guess if you want to consider Keely and, I mean, they're the only real two who would take a proper stab at it.
I'm guessing no. Not this year. I think next year is when it goes down, assuming trajectories continue. And my reasoning behind that, obviously, I think the only two people who are actually likely to break the world record this year are Wero and maybe Keely. So
Yeah.
Keely, like, if we're being from what she's shown us already, she's an entire second off the world record. Her current personal best is 154.33 in Stockholm. Great time, amazing. She's in all-time form, but she, picked up a small injury at the UK Championships final. Maybe her hamstring bugging her again. So it's not like the most recent, it's not like recent times have been going swimmingly, and she's got an entire second to shave off. And given that London is only, it's what, 2-3 weeks away now, and Stockholm wasn't that long ago, I don't think she'll really threaten the world record. I can see her running 153 high. I think that will probably be like her end of season, like the best time she runs this season. For Wero, I think Paris might end up being her fastest time. And the two reasons I say that, this season, this season. The two reasons I say that is that, okay, so Wero's a weird one because we're in uncharted territory. Like, she's had a crazy breakout season. She's, 2.5 seconds faster than last season, and she ran 155 last season. And it's unclear whether that's because, she's 2 seconds, but yeah, it's unclear whether that's like she's actually so amazing that, she's just getting started, or she's hit her peak now and, her peak is still amazing, but, we're going to start to wind down a little bit. And conventional wisdom would tell us that, she is in all-time form, and normally you don't maintain all-time form for the entire season. Paris is, in my opinion, one of, if not the fastest meets in the world right now. I think that Paris track is special. It's had so many world records in fast times. And given she didn't really threaten the world record, even though she ran a really great 153 time, I don't think it's going to happen this year. I think the best case scenario is that she runs 153.5, 153.6, maybe, in a month or so. But then you've got European champs to deal with. And again, traditional wisdom would say, she's not going to be able to rep 153s and improve, given that she already ran 153 2-3 weeks ago. So that's my 2 cents. I think next year, though, especially with Bowl coming into form, I think Georgia Hunter-Bell is going to run really fast this year. And then if she takes the 100 super seriously, could also threaten 153 territory next year. And then once you get them all four in a race where they're all challenging each other, maybe we'll start to see a genuine world record threat.
Yeah, I think I agree with you overall, Adam. I will say, though, I am a little drafting pilled after talking to some fluid dynamics professors over the last few months. And I do think there's a world where if a pacer or athlete, if Wero lets someone take the lead for 500, 600 meters, because when did the pacer drop out for her last race? Was it 450, 500?
500. It was like, it was about 500.
She was running the last 300 entirely alone, I'm pretty sure.
Get someone in front of her for 600 to 650, and I think it might be enough. Not just barely. I think it might be enough to do so. I think people underestimate just how important drafting really is to breaking records, and I think if you have an athlete dead center in front of Wero, I do think it's going to be closer than people think. I also think 55.5 was a little too ambitious. Maybe that's Wero's racing style at the moment. Adam, I know you were probably cringing when she announced that it was going to be out in 55.5. You're just thinking, don't do 56.5, please.
Because she said in Strava she was doing 56 seconds, and I was like, oh my god, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? The less I feel like I've beaten the dead horse too much. I don't want to become a caricature. I mean, I think she ran like a 2-second like positive split, which isn't that egregious.
No, it's not that bad.
It's more just when you're seeing Keely in her indoor world record, like trying to break the outdoor.
That was gnarly.
First lap or something.
That was a gnarly
opener. Or the men going off in 49 low. Like, I think it's when it gets like beyond 2 seconds where I'm a bit like, come on, guys, what are we doing here?
Yeah, it's fair. And dude, the women's 8 in general was freaking blazing. I mean, what was it? It was 2 national records, all PBs from 1st to 6th place. Let me see here.
Yeah.
Oh, even 8th.
Yeah, and then even 8th PB'd.
This race was crazy. Also, let me just say this now. I am now officially a huge Vuero fan. I'm an Audrey Vuero believer through and through.
Yeah, dude, you were yapping about her in the Discord when we were watching it. Like you were going off, Wero.
Dude, I think her racing style is so cool to watch. She's just fun to watch in general. She just runs so freaking confidently. And she's kind of got some cool aura to her, especially after, like, she's willing to celebrate after races with the, what does she do? She does like the, yeah,
Did that.
that's
Dude, it's sick.
that's
You're
cash,
right. She is
bro. That's fucking
awesome.
cash. That's such a.
Also, the interview in French, I'm sure we didn't get the direct translation, but saying the tactic is simple. The pace is going to go for world record, and we will follow. That was so hard.
That goes
man.
hard, bro.
God, damn.
I need to make some like TikTok edit of that with some, fucking Sigma music in the background.
I've never seen an
It
athlete
deserves it, man.
like I've never seen an athlete develop so much confidence so quickly in my life. I mean, she has a signature celebration now in the span of what, a month?
Dude. Yeah, no, it's so funny. It was so immediate because literally after her first 153 where she followed Keely, she's going like
Yeah.
Yeah, she
And then
posed with
it's
the
like,
world lead, like, yeah, literally like that.
She
yeah,
knows
this
she's
is my
hot
PB
shit,
for
and
the
I love it.
season. This is my PB for the seasons. Like, I don't mind. And then the next one, it's like, yeah, I'm going for the world record. That's it. It's game over. I'm the best. Like in a month, dude. Switched up.
She knows she's cool as fuck, and we're all just gonna have to accept it. And you know what? I'm willing to do
Well,
that.
yeah, we're all here for it. It's her world. We're
It was
just
pretty
side
cool
characters.
seeing her. It was pretty cool seeing her stride next to Bowl. I mean, we also saw because they've raced twice now, but this one I really noticed they were going like stride for stride, which I didn't think anyone
Whole
would
stride
match.
was longer. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
no, yeah, it is still a little bit longer, but I was impressed by Vero's stride being almost as long, considering like I don't know, because Bowl's just got that like 400 sprint speed stride, which is super slow and long. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bowl is genuinely surreal to watch in the 800. Like,
I agree.
think especially when she was running, like, even I think her debut is like the most egregious example of it because she wasn't running like crazy fast as well, so it looks slower. And also, it's the first time we've seen her do it. But it's like she looks like she's doing bounds or something in a sprint drill. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh no, she's just in the hardest event in the entire sport and just kind of bouncing through it.
I wonder if she'll lose that the further she gets along and kind of like the more
Mm.
in tune she gets with that 800. Because, technically at the start of the year would have been when she's her strongest, and as she's training, like she'll slowly get a little bit weaker.
Mhm.
But
You know who she looks like when she runs? She looks like a Thing Mo running the 1500. That's what Femkevol looks like when she runs the 800. That's that's what it reminds me of.
I know what you mean, because when she was running the 15, the thing where it was like in slow motion.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a completely, and because a Thing Mo is a very competent 400 runner. She was on the 4x4 squad at the Olympics. She's a 49. I don't know if she's split 48 high, but super fast. Definitely capable of running some anaerobically sound marks. But you throw a 4.8 runner in the 15, it's like, what the hell? This looks so fascinating. That's it. Like, I want to see Femkevol run a 15 now, just out of sheer curiosity.
I really want to see how Bowl would do in like actual endurance events as well. Like, I'm really curious about it because that's kind of the narrative. It's like, well, we know she's really fast, but also she just seems to have the build and the physique designed for long, efficient strides, like endurance based. I'd be so fascinated with that. I reckon she breaks 4 in like her second race or something. Maybe even
That would be crazy, actually. That'd be pretty sick.
I wouldn't even be surprised at this point. I mean, we haven't like directly said it, but 155 in her 4th race, for God's sake. Like, come on now.
Dude. It took over my whole video. It's like Vero was amazing, but what did Bowl just do? What the hell? Also, in saying that, you said since you said like you think, Adam, that Vero and Keely kind of stagnate for the year as your guess, and I do understand it was. I'm glad to hear some deeper analysis from you again now that you're not locked up by exams, but.
Yeah, by the way, that's why I've been like. I just want to say, like, the reason I'm not uploaded in 6 weeks is because I had exams and, I had to focus on my university degree.
Fucking loser.
Exactly. Now that's over, I can be a full-time internet video creator, and I think next year is going to be very chill.
We love being unemployed.
I'm not unemployed. I'm an influencer,
Yeah.
mom.
Actually, I have a 1099, so I'm not unemployed.
I haven't mentioned it in this one, but so we know that Bowler's got great strength. I mean, if she's running 155, and it's reasonable to think that she might even go faster, given that she's only improving. But even if she maintains, say, mid 155 strength going to Europeans, she is by far the quickest over 400 of that lot. And it's going to be a tactical race because none of them will really
Ooh.
feel massively confident to like blast it from the front. Because if Wero does it, Keely will stick behind her. I think Wero's the only person who maybe has a shot of it. The Europeans are still in like a month or so. So like a lot can change, especially if Keely runs really well in the pre-classic and runs really well in London. Like that's a big risk for Wero to take. And I think self-explanatory. So I was gonna say, I think Bowl might be an underrated pick for European champion, given that okay, maybe she doesn't have the experience navigating crowds, but like she's not a spring chicken anymore when it comes to that sort of stuff. She's got 400-meter relay experience, and she's damn
lots of relay
fast.
experience running around people.
On top of that as well, she's not got the same pressure because if she's lining up against Wero and Keely, that's going to be the headline showdown. So she can kind of, people will be watching her. But I think if she gets a medal, that's a success for her. Whereas if Keely gets a bronze, then they're thinking, oh wow, she's really lost it this year. Same with Wero.
That's kind of what I was thinking. She really does have the pressure off of her. Like she can just follow for a start, and then also she's not in the spotlight. It's like, oh yeah, if she does great, that's awesome. But if she doesn't, so she's got a very easy ride, I reckon.
Counterpoint.
In a way,
yeah.
Counterpoint. Vero is just gonna fucking rip it again. She's just gonna keep.
Yeah,
She is the type of runner now that I've realized that just likes to bang her head against the wall, and for some reason the wall falls down every time. Like, she is just in impeccable form. I think she just understands now that she's better than Keely, which is that is probably she's on the high of her life right now. And how do you stop someone who feels unstoppable and is very young and is very young on top of that? Because here's the thing, Keely tries to take these races out super anaerobically, similar to what she's done in indoor or just in general. But we saw that a 55.5 is nothing for Vero. It's basically nothing. Down that last 100 with no drafting, with no whatever, she looked like she was kind of chilling. That was the chillest 153 I think we've ever seen.
No way, dude. That last 50 was like breakdown central, man. She was like waggling, the arms were all over the place. Her head was moving.
Maybe I'm thinking of her other 153. I thought she looked to chill after one of her 153s.
It was the first one. She was pretty chill.
She was behind Keely, just kind of stoic faced. I think that is just partly how she runs, to be honest.
What the fuck what is this?
I remember you saying,
what is this AI?
Is she just Yeah,
AI,
I saw that.
Bro.
I was going to send that and say it's actually an epidemic at this
It's the
point.
second.
It's everywhere.
It's the second search result. Hold on. Oh my god, that music's awful. Why is there a gross, why is the filter? Why is this 80%?
Copyright.
No, that's not, dude. I'm telling you, that's not how copyright works. There's no way this would skirt around copyright.
It's been flying on Reddit, dude. People have been uploading it on Reddit and getting away with it. Usually they get takedown notices just by dimming it hardcore.
No, but people re-upload races just on their own all the time. I mean, Jakob's 2 mile, his 2 mile record has gone untouched just from some rando uploading it. And it has 700K on YouTube.
I don't think they
Thank God we still live in this world.
They just claim it for money. Like they let it up, but you pay all the ad revenue to them. Which I mean, I kind of find it if you're just re-uploading the entire race with no adding, no addition.
Yeah, that's fair. But this is crazy that an AI video is the second search result if you just type in
9.5. Do you get a full replay with FlowTrack? I can't even get a full replay anywhere.
Yes, FlowTrack offers. Wait, do you not have access to these videos?
FlowTrack is it's specifically American. You need to
even their regular videos, like the.
Oh no! Wait, get some, but
yeah,
you don't get full race uploads very often.
Yeah, they do. FlowTrack does. That's one of the few good things they've done.
It's not like it's region locked a lot of the time, is what we're saying.
Really, even just the YouTube videos, the regular YouTube videos.
I didn't
Yeah, I
get
think it's
this
a mixture.
from these guys. I got this from a different YouTube channel. Like I can view that race, but it's for one specifically for Aussies or something.
Wow, I'll have to use a VPN and see if I didn't know you can region lock replay or just regular videos like that. I've never seen that before. Is that true?
I know CBC definitely do that.
That's
Like,
that's
like
interesting. I
Canada's
didn't know that.
CBC
You
Sports.
put you put a VPN onto Canada or something, you'll get all their crap.
I know for
Yeah.
live streams, people, FlowTrack would do it, but hold on. Now you got me.
You've always been, because like, have you not had that where like you click onto a video and then it says this video is not available in your region or something? It's
No,
like,
not
what
in
is this?
years. Years I haven't seen that in years. Where should I go to? Canada? Actually, I'll
Go
go
to Canada. You'll see
I'll
CBC Sports.
I'll just do UK.
This part of the podcast?
Yeah, fuck it, why not? Everything goes
Nothing
in.
better to talk about.
Dude, I was rewatching that. I was dying rewatching that segment. So I'm gonna try and I'm gonna see what happens here if I refresh the. Oh my god, you can't watch
There
it.
you go.
What? I didn't know
No.
that. Bro, I am thinking, oh, it's good that they're uploading full replays, whatever. They region locked the replays? Bro, NBC wasn't doing that when they had their shit on Peacock, right? Were they doing that?
No, NBC have done that as well. Like, I get NBC videos when I allegedly sometimes have dabbled in a VPN,
That's fucked up. I didn't know
Incognito, please sponsor us.
Bro, it's YouTube. Who
Yeah.
the fuck?
NordVPN, ExpressVPN.
Nord, reach out to us right now. This is
If you own a VPN, please, we can get you a good sponsor. People
Yeah.
are begging for it.
listen.
FlowTrack can make you pay $40 a month.
I was gonna say, just reimburse me for all the money I've paid you already, and we'll call it a sponsor deal.
Damn, bro, that's how low your pricing is? God damn, dude.
I actually don't know how much I've spent on Nord.
NordVPN's plan, you only pay $2.99 a month if you pay up front for 3 years.
Yeah, I think I have 2 years or whatever. Like real shit. This
Probably
is not.
bleeps that
This
out
is
just so they don't hear that
disclaimer.
broadcasting.
This is not sponsored by Nord, by the way. I've just been an avid user. Have we still not
You're at
pivoted
the
from
800 meter.
Have we still not done talking about the 800?
I mean, that was it. That was the whole week, besides Noel
What are you
Lyles
talking
losing
about?
in the 100.
Dude, Paris was amazing.
Yeah, I know. Dude, the whole I watched because I only watched the first hour, but it was literally just banger back to back to back.
Yeah, almost every race was phenomenal. And I mean, if you want to talk about the 100, we'll get the 100 out of the way because
Yeah, so you picked Trayvon Bromell to do well, by the way, Jumpman. I've got to shout that out.
Well, yeah, because Seville was in Texas. Who won in Texas? Bromell won in Texas.
He's still. Oh man, he's still
Dude, it all
vacationing.
comes back around.
Bills in Texas.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I didn't think for hell, to be honest, that Bromell would win. I thought Lyles was going to win. I also thought Lyles would run faster. It was honestly a bit of an out of sorts race for him if you think about him. Like, he really probably. I'm really going to go ahead and just say it was probably just bad race, a slightly out of form race. Give him next race or the one after, he'll be back to it. But I would have expected him to win by a couple meters there. Definitely in the 9.8s.
I know Lyles' start has never been fantastic, but wasn't it particularly bad this race?
It was actually pretty decent.
Oh, right. I mean, I honestly,
Yeah.
I just saw, I remember seeing a YouTube title that was Lyles surprised at bad start in Paris. So I assumed, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. It more looked like he just didn't have the kick he normally does, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, pretty cut and dry race. It was actually quick. I don't know, Jordan Anthony, fraud this, fraud that, but 9.99 actually isn't bad in the grand scheme of how he's been running recently.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying, I feel like, has Anthony just done the classic American athlete thing of peaking in indoors?
Yeah. Well, technically he's getting faster again. He ran, 10 point something. It's not even 10 O's. And now he's at 9.99 again, so.
Even for an out of shape athlete, 10 point something for Anthony is a particularly bad race on top of being out of form. So maybe this is literally just him like, you know, having average races whilst being out of form now, and that you're seeing some slight improvement. I feel like a 10 in neutral wind on a Paris track against a good field is, or like, yeah, 9.99, whatever it was.
Yeah, and
yeah.
all the races were so quick that day that this is actually kind of
It was kind of a
bad, isn't
stinker. It was kind of a stinker. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was upset about the. Okay, this is where I'm going to pivot to talking about what Lyles said in the lead up to Paris. He was like, "Oh, you know, something along something. How, you know, it doesn't, like, times don't matter and this and that I'm just, you know, here to race."
He said, what good is a PB if I don't win the race?
Yeah, and then people were saying, "Oh, well,
That's funny.
it only matters if I lose, or like that will be the headline, or whatever." And it's like, I guess, but dude, you guys ran 9.9. I don't give a fuck about this race. I don't care. Like, shout out to Bromell. Unk still got it status, you know. Love to see that. But 991 winning 100, listen, track fans need times as a metric for how good a performance is. That's part, like, whether people want to admit it or not, it is a reason why we follow the sport. We'd like to see people run fast. We'd like to have a metric for progress, for how great something is. You know, that's like watching a powerlifting meet and having the weights covered up and not knowing how much they're lifting. It's not very exciting, is it? You know, you get to see them. You know, maybe it's interesting to see them struggle lifting the weight and picking it up and putting it back down. But if you don't know how much it weighs, it takes away the mystique, or it adds too much mystique to the performance, and now you don't really know what they did. You just kind of stare at them and are like, okay, that was cool, I guess. So, and also, wasn't Lyles the person who was so fixated on beating any of Bolt's records for an entire year or two?
Yeah, what era was that? Was that right after the 19.3? It's like he
was a
immediately was
little
like,
after.
"That's it, I'm gonna do it." Yeah, and then that just kind of faded away. To be fair, I think he's been not to beat Bolt's record, but I think he's been in shape to beat 19.3 at a couple points in his career, especially when he's running really fast hundreds. But then, you know, just focused too much on the 100. I don't know if that was a good or bad move or not. I guess winning gold in the 100 is probably bigger than like a 19.2, but
Like, he literally did just say that it was because the 100 is the big event, and like, I'm pretty sure in sprints he was like, yeah, the reason I'm transitioning to the 100 is because, you know, you're the fastest man in the world. It's just for marketing, basically. Which, if that's his choice, then I guess.
I hate that term, fastest man in the world, because the only reason, God, I'm sorry to interrupt again. It's just bringing these two things up. There's two things I'm pretty passionate about talking about, and it's the concept of people hating that people like times and the fastest man in the world semantics, because that phrase is so inherently vague that I don't know why people keep trying to define it. It doesn't have, like, what people mean to say is that when people say, what are they called when they win the 100 meters at the Olympics? You're the 100 meter Olympic champion. That's it. You don't get to give yourself a cool title just because it sounds cool. You can't call yourself the world's fastest man just because it sounds cooler. That's not what it means. It means you were the 100 meter Olympic champion. That is all it means, and that is all it'll ever mean. Fastest man means you're the fast is a metric. It is how fast you go at any given point in time. So if you ran the fastest time that year, you were the fastest man in the world that year. If you won the 100 meter title, you were the 100 meter world champion. I don't understand how people can overcomplicate this distinction, and have been for years now, when we literally have these titles to dictate or to signify what someone is at that point in time. It's like, huh?
you know what? I understand the debate, but it's rage bait or vague posting or whatever you want to call it. It is so good for getting clicks. Like, I don't know how many times I've used world's fastest man in titles. Like, and it's like
World's fastest 17-year-old, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean?
But it gets clicks. You know what? It is working a little less. Tend to use it less. I wonder why, you know, saturation and whatnot. But it's it's all over Twitter, it's all over Reddit, and it's the only debate because the people who are posting it are doing it for clicks.
No, but I'm talking about the common person who thinks they actually have a formative argument and are like, yeah, dude, I think this person's the fastest athlete because they have the most titles, or this is the athlete because they have the world record. It's no, there are different distinctions. There, you are trying to. That's not the argument. You're arguing the wrong thing. You're
I mean, I haven't really met many people who like seriously put credence into if you win the 100-meter, you're literally the fastest man in the world.
no,
Like,
no. Listen, Michael
yeah.
Johnson would constantly post on Twitter about this type of thing too, and you just see
Yeah, that's
hundreds,
Michael Johnson.
and you'd see hundreds
Come
of
on.
replies. You'd see hundreds of replies debating this exact thing, and it's just so
I
painful.
actually I get where RunnerBoi's coming from because I've seen it a lot on Twitter, especially.
Okay.
Twitter is just a fiery cesspool. Like that's
why I'm not on it, like intentionally. I'm avoiding it like a plague.
I just have a
It's
burner
so
to
good
find
for
stuff.
track news. That's where I find everything, every niche thing that like I'm kind of out of the loop on. I'll find it and then go find the actual source, and then I'm golden.
Yeah, it's sadly one of the best ways to find convenient news on the sport, because Instagram's decent, but it's kind of hard to sift through sometimes, because you have to know the exact pages,
Yeah.
whatever. Twitter, if you tailor your algorithm very specifically, like I have, I only get track and poker stuff. That's it. That's all that pops up on my algorithm because I've tweaked it in a way to do that.
Mine's the same, dude. We need to do a Twitter algorithm reveal.
I mean, you're not. It's literally just track and poker. That's all it is. There's no room for anything in the middle. Nothing.
Yeah, put your money where your mouth is, buddy.
Okay, you just hold on. We'll do the homepage.
Yeah,
Poker,
Gets
track, running, poker, running,
Damn,
poker,
that is a
It's
clean
a healthy page
algorithm.
right there.
poker,
Gambling
I
and running.
respect it.
Running.
Gambling.
Like, you think I'm fucking lying? Yeah, it is what it is. So, but yeah, all around, men's 100 was meh. Listen, shout out to like I mean, I am glad that Bromell is still winning races today. I do think it's cool. Sounds like he's getting his groove back again, which is always nice. But 990 in comparison to everything else that happened, kind of stinky. And Lyle saying that times don't matter is also a very stinky take. There's a balance to be had, is basically what I'm saying.
Exactly, yeah. Because I think especially last year, there was a lot of talk about what matters more, fast times or competitive, like, racing and stuff. And it's
Yeah, it's like we can't have both.
why can't we have both?
Yeah,
I mean,
thank
because
you.
the best. Okay, so I mean, I'm gonna use the 1500 meter because that's what I do. But like, I think the reason the Paris final, for instance, in the 2024 was so good was because you had the competition. You had Joshka versus Ingebrigtsen and then Hocker coming through. Amazing story, but it was also the fastest Olympic final ever
was
with
a bloodbath.
loads of people hitting 327. Exactly, like you had everything. That was the best race.
Yeah.
You can say, I mean, well, Tokyo wasn't the most interesting final, but like you can say it had a tactical battle, but it did kind of stink that it was a 334, right?
Yeah.
Whereas also like 2021 was definitely a fun final to see Ingebrigtsen win, especially because he was on the rise then. But it was ultimately just Chariot ran and then Ingebrigtsen overtook him in the last 200. Like it's a mix of both, you can have harmony. I think the issue with the Diamond League is that they just try and tailor things to be a pure time trial with the wave lights.
Yeah, it's too one-dimensional.
Exactly, yeah. And
listen, I wish a woman loved me. I wish a woman loved me as much as Sebco loves wavelights. That's real shit. He absolutely.
You've said that one on a podcast before. Did you cut it out last time so you're trying to reuse it?
I mean, you had the thumbnail for the first episode as
I did.
I
did. Hey, listen, rings true. So, listen, at least I'm consistent. That's
true. Consistent opinions.
Can't knock on that.
Hey, speaking of the 1500 though, Cam
Myers. Let's get on to him.
Cam Myers. Let's get on Cam Myers. Everyone, dog pile on Cam Myers.
Also, could we give an anti shout out to the Diamond League for not making this a Diamond League event? Everyone boo on three. Everyone boo on three.
Again.
1, 2, 3. Boo.
Fuck the Diamond League.
Second time in a row, by the way. Like, because remember last year, Habs ran the sixth fast. He became the sixth fastest athlete ever through 27:49.
Yeah, he ran.
That wasn't a Diamond League event. That wasn't a Diamond League. Oh, okay. Maybe you say, as a one-off, they weren't expecting Habs to run 327. Fair enough. We weren't either.
But dude, with this
But then
field,
next year, yeah, with this field, and then next year you don't do the same thing? Huh?
also 5 French people going under 332 is insane. Where did that come from?
Oh, God.
I haven't checked their previous personal
Why is
bests,
France doing
but
well?
have you looked
None
at
of my
any of them?
homies like to see France do well. Let's be real.
No, I haven't. 3 PBs though. Goodness gracious.
So who are these?
I don't know who any of these people are. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah,
I've never heard
I
of
haven't
them,
heard
but
them.
I mean, good for
I
them.
mean, I think it's
Got
just
his
like
French national pride.
it's the Habs method, right? Like you peak in Paris in front of your home crowd, especially in an off year, and Paris track is just that damn good. Like I don't want to take away from the performances of everyone here, but like I genuinely really back the Paris
It's
track.
not a
as being
coincidence at this point.
on the level of Monaco. Sorry?
Yeah. I said
So,
it's not a coincidence at this point.
Opinions. Cameron Myers doesn't run faster than that this year.
You reckon that?
I think he'll run. I think
No,
I think he'll break 328.
Okay. Yeah, he's been
I'm
on
very
he's been
50-50
on a
on that.
real hot trajectory this season. Like, God, it's just been upwards, really.
It's just I find it so interesting, the narrative shift though, because like remember I think it was after Stockholm, maybe in the mile, where he like didn't have the best race and like also tactically as well. And all the comments were like, Myers peaked early, the Australia track is fake, he's a fraud, all this stuff. Jakob is better. And now suddenly it's like, he's the best ever, he's gonna win everything. We always believed in him. It's just
Dude, you'll find a Jakob is better comment on every single race
that is
ever.
true. That is true. I mean, to be fair, even me and you, Jumpman, were like I think we were reserving judgment a little bit, but we were discussing last podcast about, did Myers peak early and all this stuff.
Yeah,
I think
I
we
didn't even think
reserved
it was peak early. I thought it was more so that he just likes running in hot form, so he's always kind of peaked, which means he can blow up at, generally later in the season, which again could be the case. 328,
Yeah.
bloody insane. Did any of the the guys who ran that last year end up doing well? Not really.
I think well, there's an interesting thing as
That was
well
different
about that.
circumstances though.
Yeah, I mean, well, especially the
everyone
world
got
champs.
beat often. Yeah, that's what I mean.
was
The world
unfortunate.
champs.
But
That was
like,
great. That was awesome.
You see, because Maya said in the post race interviews that like, so it seemed that he was basically putting a lot of pressure on himself and also had a lot of external pressure to run a really fast time. And now he feels like he's done that because he has. He's gonna focus a bit more on like race tactics and this sort of thing. So maybe there's an argument to say that even if he can technically get himself into even better shape or maintain this form and run a bit faster, he just focuses, maybe on like a strong final 400 meters or something instead of really blasting it from the front like he would do if he was chasing a fast time.
Yeah. Pressures. Either that means he browses Let's Run or he's got some bad friends.
I mean, well, I think he's the type of guy to put it on himself, eh? Like, come on.
Yeah.
He's 20.
If other people put this pressure on me, it's just him in his own head. That is an athlete thing to do, actually. That's just athletes.
It's an athlete thing to do. I mean, I say especially young athlete. I'm acting like I'm 5 years a senior or something. I mean, we're probably like 8 months apart. But point is, like,
yeah, and you don't put pressures on yourself to run fast at all, do you?
Oh, never. I'm very composed when it comes to that sort of thing.
You are damaged, bro. You are damaged when it comes to that.
No, I've got much better though. I'll be honest. I've got much better. I think being injured the last 6 months has given me a lot of time to reflect. So, now I'm just trying to run for fun.
Get injured. It'll make you better.
Exactly. That's actually the meta. You get injured and then you get motivation to be better. Because you wouldn't have that motivation otherwise. You get complacent.
I don't think that's true.
It actually does kind of work in a lot of cases where an athlete gets injured. They see the broader picture, or they take a year off, and then it actually helps their career. Interestingly enough,
and that is why Wade van Niekerk is going to run 42 this season. I'm saying it here now.
Damn.
How old is he at this point?
30.
Is he even old?
2? Is he 32?
He's 33. So is he younger than Thompson-Herah?
I think they're the same. Are they the same age?
No, Thompson-Herah is older.
Oh, 34. Oh, she just turned 34. Like literally 2 days ago. Happy birthday, Thompson-Herah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that Zagreb meeting was like right after or right before, I think.
Man, I still would have loved for her to run 10:48. Just so Flojo's record just does not have to exist anymore. She
Mm.
2022 should have been the year, but she was just kind of out of sorts after the Olympics. She really laid it all out in Tokyo that year and then just never came back into form. But I
I
think,
wonder how she looks back on that,
I mean, zero
feel like
regrets.
she's been
Jesus
injured for a
Christ. She
billion years.
fucking destroyed 2021. That was probably the greatest.
Do you think an athlete really views it like that? Like after they've had like a few good seasons and then have like a few strugglers, you think they look back and be like, it's all right because I killed it that season?
Well, I mean,
Hell nah, dude. They would be
well, no, she left a
angry,
legacy.
regretful.
She left a legacy though outside of just 1 year though. And I think she's aware of that. Obviously she's frustrated she can't get back to her peak potential. She's not Shelly. She can't run 10:6 at 37 years old. Not everyone can.
Hey,
But
maybe she could. You don't know. She's not 37 yet.
Got 3 full years to train for it.
I will believe it when I see it. But no, man, I do think about Thompson-Herah's career a lot just because I do think the world record in the 100 was there for I think she had
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
I just think she had so much more to give, even though she gave us so many amazing performances. Just that peak in Tokyo, just alone exploited so much about women sprinting that we did not think was possible. Just that double, like 10:54, 21:53. That's one of the craziest doubles ever, if not the craziest double for women sprinting.
We
But
almost had it again with Jefferson Wooden.
I mean, honestly, I guess that is probably the next woman who might do it. Honestly, I mean, how old is?
Or Daya Hodge.
Yeah, we'll see how long she lasts in the testing pool. I mean, no disrespect to her. I'm just saying she's definitely
I think you can say that if she's
definitely on the
something.
AIU's radar. I will say that much.
That's elite, bro. That is elite. That sounds like a threat, dude.
I mean,
we'll see how long she lasts.
I mean, dude, that's how the AIU works, man. They admit to target testing athletes if they improve too fast or do whatever, which is such a fucked concept in my opinion because they know what's going on behind the scenes across the board for athletes, but the fact that they're willing to target athletes more just because they're better is really strange to me. I think
okay. As a devil's advocate counterpoint, optically they want to maintain do their job, right? Because if you see people making very suspicious leaps and nothing happens about it, then people are going to be saying, well, what's the point of the AIU then? So, in that sense,
that's
it
a
makes
great,
sense. And
that's a great question. What is the point of the AIU? Because it seems like they're doing fuck all for the most part.
I think there is a point to the AIU because without any doping testing, we'll have the 80s, and then athletes need to take more stuff to
the
top level.
We would not have the 80s.
Well, because it wasn't state sponsored, sure, but people would take more stuff if there was less testing, right? I mean, that's kind of what you've implied with the NCAA. So I think anti-doping has a mitigating effect, even if it's not a preventative one.
It doesn't because athletes are now more incentivized to take more fast acting compounds, like stuff that clears your system faster, which can be more liver toxic, especially if you're taking oral stuff. So even if they could be taking less stuff, they have to be taking stuff that clears their system faster, which does tend to be more liver toxic and just more dangerous for you. So it doesn't it doesn't, just because they're hypothetically taking less dosages, it doesn't mean the toxicity of the drug itself is mitigated. It's worse usually. So I don't.
You should send that to me. That will be useful for my thesis next year.
Well, I mean, it's more of a speculative thing. It's from Clarence Kennedy made that point in his anti-doping video because he's a world-class Olympic weightlifter. And he talked about that exact concept. And I've heard it from other people too. And it just kind of makes sense on paper. I mean, oral anabolics in general are, I'm pretty sure, more liver toxic. And we know that they have shorter half-lives. So, you just put two and two together and makes sense. But not even that, but you're also just more incentivized to take designer compounds, stuff that isn't as detectable. And dude, that stuff can be made in a fucking microwave for all we know. If it means evading tests. So yeah, it's a weird debate about, we get rid of anti-doping. The playing field does become more level, likely, but it might increase overall harm. But having anti-doping still incentivizes athletes to dope, to, take advantage of the top heavy structures track has. But the stuff they're taking is still pretty bad because, it's what's required to evade the tests. So yeah, it's a weird, it's a very, there's like,
I think it's an interesting argument, about like what reduces overall harm.
Overall harm, yeah.
As a,
there's no good answer. It's not as clear cut as people think. But
anyway.
Women's 400. I was
bloody dog walking that field like an animal.
Dude, I was shocked to see this. I knew Paulina was in good shape, but I did not expect her to run 48.4 just by herself. No competition whatsoever. I mean, there were some people with it, but let's be honest. Come on now. Unless Sawa is with her, who's gonna? And
no one's challenging this year. And I think Ness has been absolute garbage this year from memory. Just
what happened
running
in
like
Jumpman?
51s, 52s.
She ran like 51.3 or something in Jumpman. It's
Yeah,
ugly.
I don't know. She probably can come down from that. Maybe she's, a lot of athletes have said, yeah, this is my off year. Maybe she really is treating it like an off year, which good on her. But
wasn't she supposed to do the 800? I thought she hinted at that.
I think that's
Paulina said she was going to experiment with it. I think I feel like she got 205 or something like that, but it seemed to more just be like hey, I'm going to do some fun early season race in like how YARP used to experiment with the 1500 in his early season.
She ran 204 after Bowl ran 159. It was like, maybe this isn't for me.
I mean, yeah, I think I said from the start that Paulina's not going to do well in the 800. She's too powerful. Like, Bowler's got the endurance for it.
I guess that's fair.
And Paulina runs with a lot of effort, a lot of like
that was another thing as well
on the up garage. So I don't think that translates.
She just brute forces her way through the event.
Yeah, I do wonder if like cleaning up anything would actually make her that much faster, but it's all fucking speculation, and they know what they're doing more than us.
It's the whole Quincy Wilson debate, isn't it?
Yeah, again and again. But I was looking at her times, and Paulina has actually gotten faster, like progressively, like every single year. There is not a year where she has run slower than last since, I mean, maybe ever on her World Athletics.
That's crazy.
This is her fastest, like, kind of mid-season time too. Like, I think same time last year she ran a 48.8 in Paris, and then the year before that it was like a 49.2.
Oh my god, you're right. I'm looking at this now.
Yeah, so that's kind of alarming, and like it's not like she's a young athlete where it's like she's coming out of nowhere. No, this is like historical data. It's like 6-7 seasons going back. So does that just mean we're like for sure shooing for another 47, faster than last year?
With the right field, maybe. But who's gonna challenge her is the problem.
Who's the right field, bro? There's no right field this year.
Maybe.
It's just the Paulino show this year, I think. Unfortunately,
which would be really cool to see her solo that shit. That would be mad.
It would be kind of.
I think she's running off hate from Sydney though. Like that's her motivation this year. It's like. Because she was angry. Like, let's be honest. I mean,
she was pissed.
You can debate about whether she was being a sore loser or what, but like, it was and fair enough, right? Like, who's this person coming into my event and just destroying me after I run my all-time best time?
And then
fair enough, she's annoyed.
Doesn't show up next year. That would piss me off even more. It's like,
exactly. And then goes off to have a family. Like, come on, are we serious?
She's happy while I'm out here grinding.
Dude, I know that pissed off Paulino. She's probably like, just give me another fucking chance. Like,
she's got a picture of Sydney on her wall, but she like throws knives out or something every morning.
Oh man, I cannot wait for that matchup again. But it was the stars needed to align for that to even happen in the first place, because it's just so hard to get Sydney to race in general, let alone
Yeah.
the Open 4 against Nasser and Pauline. Like I don't even know if we're ever going to see that again. Honestly, that was a beautiful race
Dude,
through and through.
And they did it in the rain as well. That
Oh yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
Wet track, everything.
Yeah, but
I feel like
see,
at
now the
that
thing
speed
is,
as well, a wet track is real. Like that's a not insignificant.
Tracks
factor.
can get wet. That is true. I agree with that.
even if she does run faster, right, which is what she, if this is a hate year or whatever, like I wonder how much it actually plays in her mind. Probably a reasonable amount, but no matter what she runs this year, it'll always be what could have McLaughlin done, or like, there's like it's never gonna be about her. It's fucking crazy.
The
dude.
McLaughlin
Yeah,
theory
like
is
she only won because Sydney wasn't there.
Oh, I hate, dude. I can't stand that. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
how about she shows up then? She shows up to race twice a year. Whose fault is that then? Oh, Sydney 101. Okay, well then how about she shows up and races then in that case?
All right, dude, we need to make a pact right here, right now. If Paulino breaks the world record, we all need to make videos slandering McLaughlin.
No. Why would I do
being
it?
a
I'm not a
dodger.
news channel.
No, you make the documentary, like, the rise of Paulino. Like, listen, you've seen her World Athletics page. You see it as utterly impressive. There's just a linear growth here of grinding out. She wasn't even winning some years as well, which is, it's a cool story.
Yeah, I guess.
Listen, she breaks the world record. I'm, handing you it on a silver platter, buddy. And then you just,
Holy, look at this Diamond League resume.
and then
Paulina raced quite a lot, right?
McLaughlin.
Yeah, she does
lot,
race.
yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why I respect her so much as an athlete. Like she just loves to freaking throw herself out there and race. Speaking of the 400.
Oh yeah.
Give me that chippy.
How have we not talked about him yet?
I mean, because Paulino's insane, Kevin at Chippy's insane.
Yeah,
We got two.
I kind of low-key think Paulino's performance was more impressive, which is why I think.
I'd
talk
almost
about it
put them even. Actually, let me tell
Mm.
Kevin at Chippy's was interesting because it was a lot different than his Tokyo World Championship PB. He took it out.
Yeah, it was.
He basically tempo ran. He was out in what, 21?
He's been temporarily the whole
21
Diamond League circuit.
It was 21.5, or I don't even know. It was 21.5 or something. I thought I had it up at one point.
I'm pretty sure he tempo run his 989 as well.
I think he just does tempo runs. Like that's his thing.
Well, no, in 2025 he went 20.5 and then 22.9. But this, which is virtually the same time as Tokyo, he went 21.3 and then went 22.2, which I think is a massive deviation from his usual strategy. So it is clear
No, it
this
was
guy,
a very different race.
he's so fit, dude. He's just so cool too. Coolest form in the 400
Yeah,
right now
I
by
love
far.
watching him run.
See, now
Like
it's only cool because he's like 160 pounds. I'm telling you, it's the thin aesthetic.
Yeah, I'm saying. He's aesthetic. He's got the cool form. He dyed his hair blonde too. Dude, he's so
Yeah,
fucking, he's
I'm glad
so
you mentioned
cool. He's actually so sick to watch now.
I just
That's
love
what
how
we've
like
been missing.
composed he is when he's
Like
racing as
athletic
well. Like
style.
just he just accelerates so effortlessly in the final 100, or doesn't decelerate as much. It's just I'm the distance guy, and I'm so excited about this 400. Honestly, like, he's one of my
Alright,
favorite
and
people.
saying that, you've noticed he ran his race differently. Do you think if he started harder, he runs even quicker? Like if he I don't know, because he ran such a first.
He is a
such
he is a
slow first
9.9
200
guy
meters.
or a 9.89 guy. So I mean, you have a point.
I know, because I was kind of speculating, but then I was looking at splits of like the fastest 400-meter times ever, and I think Michael Johnson ran actually a very similar first 200 of like 21.2, 21.3. Butch Reynolds ran like a notoriously, well, not I don't think notorious is the correct word, but a very even split race, like almost neutral. I think he ran like a 22 first 200.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta find that now. So Butch was out in 21.7, which is still,
Oh,
you
there
know,
you go.
I mean, that's
Yeah, that's like an entire second and like 1.2 seconds slower than Newkirk or whatever.
Holy shit, Wade was out in 20.5.
Yeah.
Jesus. I think, hold on.
What page are you looking at? What is this?
This is the 400
Yeah, I was
meter.
gonna say.
This is the 400 meter world records. This is the World
And is
Athletics.
that-
Is like
what?
this is their official logging. Their their world record progression index.
Cool. It's got like nice effects. And
Yeah, it has all the splits for every.
Only world records, not just
Yeah,
fastest
yeah, world
times,
records.
because I can't quite see.
How do I zoom?
Whoa. What was Johnson's split through the first 200 then?
21.2.
Dude, I know ball, bro. Look at that.
21.2 and then 21.9.
Damn.
I don't know.
I'm just trying to see if there's any other ones that stand out in terms of first halves. I don't think so. I think some of them just straight up aren't logged.
Yeah, now the older they get. But I was looking at like top 10 times in general, but and a lot of them do have splits because they're modern races, even if they're fan splits.
Oh, look at this one. 22.1, 22.4. That's crazy, actually.
That was a 44.5 and back in the day when
Still, it's the
eating
it's
steak and eggs
the
and bacon every
deviation.
meal.
It's the deviation between splits even then.
Yeah. No, the 400's a very, very weird race, and I feel like nowadays it's turned into, well, actually all modern racing has turned into the huge positive split that Adam hates so much. He's just an old man from the wrong era, born in the wrong generation.
This generation's finished. Back in my day.
Pacing's too woke now.
Exactly. The tofu eating wokarati have taken over pacing. Those who know.
I don't know what the hell you just said.
So, a bit of UK political history here.
It's fine.
There's,
You can stop. This is a very important and on-topic podcast.
Suella Braverman, who's former foreign secretary for the UK, rabidly anti-woke, we'll call it. A genuine quote. She has talked about the quote-unquote tofu eating wokarati. So that's now part of my vocabulary because,
What does that mean?
I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's the most Brit bong
God knows.
terminology I've ever heard in my entire life.
God knows. I know you don't even.
I mean that's why it's so amazing though. Like you don't really know what she's talking about, but like tofu eating wokarati. I think it just speaks for itself.
It does. It does indeed speak for itself.
Chess speaks for itself. We talk about the men's 800.
We did not talk about that. Or are you asking if we can?
Yeah, should we?
No.
Should we? Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I don't have a lot to say about it. I'd imagine you were studying the splits for this though, because I don't remember what Marco went out in. If I'm being honest, I'd imagine
he
it was
split 50 seconds basically. He was on world record pace at 700 meters basically, which is the exciting bit. And then, kind of died in the last 70. I think his final 100-meter split was 14 seconds. But yeah, I mean, I was talking with Jumpman about this, and I think he is maybe a sleeper pick is a little bit much given that he's.
I think it's underselling it.
Second.
But I know what you're saying.
Because
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. As in, the main focus has been on Wanyoni's going to break the world record at some point because he's Olympic champion, world champion, got the fastest times, and also Cooper Luke can house hype in say a year or two, right? But the reason I'm backing Arup to be a good candidate for breaking the 800-meter world record this season is because for a few reasons. First of all, in the post-race interviews, he was saying that he was in world record shape last year, but then got an injury at the worst time. And obviously, elite athletes, they underestimate they overestimate their own performances. But Arup is a veteran athlete, and he's also not the kind of guy to just talk for the sake of talking.
Mm-hmm.
There was also, he just looked in great form. Grand Slam tracks maybe not the best indication, but there was also a track all access workout that came out around sort of May this last year that showed he was in immense form. In 2024, I vouch for this as a legitimate argument, but I think some people are going to roll their eyes, and fair enough. So in 2024, in the Olympic final, he ran the entire second lap in lane 2 pretty much, and that means he ran, we'll call it 806 meters, based on if you look at the measurements of a track, and he finished in 141.2. which means if we assume a constant speed, he technically split 800 meters in 140.4, we'll call it, right? And no, that doesn't mean I'm vouching that Arup has the world record or should have the world record, but he said he was in world record shape last year. We know that he was in world record shape in 2024, but he had to run around the field because of his tactics. And I just think I was saying that I actually think his upside peak maximum potential is even better than Wanyonyi's, even if Wanyonyi would probably beat him in 4 out of 5 races, just because Wanyonyi is super consistent and Arup does sometimes struggle with that. And yeah, like the final thing is that his stated season goal in the post-race interviews, he said he really wants to get a good Diamond League final and attack the world record. And I believe the next 5 weeks of training are good. Well, the next 5 weeks he's not racing; he's just in a deep training block. So he, is on world record pace 700 meters in after blasting the field. No one you'll need to push him on. 2 months out from his end season goal. That's plenty of time for him to sharpen up, focus on that last 100. He's been there twice before. Who's to say he's not going to get it again? And that's my argument. So I'm putting my stall out and saying I think Arup will get the world record this year. Maybe he gets really close as opposed to the world record, but
yeah, whatever.
Can you link me that interview? And you've completely sold me, bro. That needs to be, that could be your video on its own, bro. That was flawless.
Nah, whatever. Sajati's running 139. I don't want to hear about it.
Bro, Sajati pulled out of he pulled out of Paris and he pulled out of the.
He's preparing.
I rate Sajati, man. He's good, but I think he's gonna run into the same. Okay, this is uber speculation now. So again, I'm not declaring this is what I think is the case, but it's kind of a working theory I've got in the back of my mind, which is
tinfoil hat takes. This is awesome.
Exactly. We need to get tinfoil hats to actually do this, but So I think the slightly underrated meta for the 800 meter is you need to be like 6 foot, like 6'3", 6'4", and really lanky. That's the optimal physique, and it's what Rudisha had. It's what Arup has got. And when you look at even in the women's side, Wero and Bowl are both very tall, and especially Bowl. And those are Wero is the best 800 meter runner currently alive.
I think Mo is also very tall.
I think Mo was also very tall. And Femke Bol is probably, the person who has arguably the most peak potential of everyone. She's super exciting right now. So comparatively, Wanyonyi and Keely are, they're amazing athletes, but they don't have the same physique in the same way. And
Wanyonyi's legs are bloody long though. And you know what, actually speaking of that, same with Lukenhaus, even though they lack the height, I think if you look at limb length to torso ratio or whatever, like
Lukenhaus is 6'2". So
sorry.
I know
okay. No, but I remember, sorry. Yeah, I guess he's 6'2", but Lukenhaus next to Arup, very similar build actually. Really, really similar.
And you know what, he's still 17, right? So he's got plenty of time to grow more. So essentially I think it'd be scary. But so my working theory is that whilst you can absolutely get amazing 800 meter performances with average height, I think Wanyonyi and Keely are gonna hit a brick wall, around that sub 141, sub 154 sort of time, where they just don't have the power to weight ratio to really get to that next level. Because I don't know, I think I was saying this on stream, right? Everyone's been saying Wanyonyi's gonna get the world record. He's gonna get the world record. He's looked so amazing. He's put out so many 141 times. There's just been a lingering feeling slightly at the back of my mind that's thought why hasn't he got it yet? Why has he got so close so many times but not really shown any, as in last year his personal best was his season best was 141.44, and this series maybe taking some time off to be a father. But yeah, and I think it's the same thing with Keely. I feel like she can rep 154s no problem, but she's not going to be able to break into that mid 153 area that maybe that Wero will probably be able to break into, and I think Bowl will be able to break into before. I mean, as a final point, because I know I've yapped a lot, Jumpman, you were saying in the 400 meters, it's not like Keely had a bad racing run, but she just wasn't able to have the power to match any of these 400 meter athletes. And yes, of course, it's not her specialist event, but her cadence was, her legs were having to spin crazy fast in order just to keep in the same ballpark. I
Yeah.
just think she's limited in the power she can drive. And I think Wanyoni at 5'10" and quite stocky, even if of course he's got great limb length, is gonna struggle to hit the same times that a peak Arop and obviously Rudusha would. So that's my working theory. I'll see whether it gets proven or not. But yeah.
You hear that, guys? If you're an 800-meter runner and you're under 6 foot, quit.
Right now.
Stop. It's
The
over.
only thing that you might be able to get is an Olympic medal and a World Championship medal.
No
You know
medals.
what? I wanna give
no
hope-
no
I'm
bitches,
giving hope back to the
especially
kids.
if you're under 6 foot. So don't even
Counter argument:
Oh, let's hear it.
Kendrick Smallwood.
That's the hurdles.
Kendrick
We're not talking about the
Yeah,
hurdles.
I feel like it's
Kendrick Smallwood.
apples and
Bro, if a
oranges.
5'7" hurdler can run sub 13, anything is possible. Follow your dreams. Run the 800 at 5'2" and 0 limbs.
No.
All right.
What
You
Adam
got
is
this.
saying is to quit. You should probably. No, I'm not gonna say.
What were you
I
gonna
can't-
say, bro?
I can't.
Finish it.
No, I can't say it.
Yeah, you should probably give up. And he didn't just mean the 800 meter. But
That's
Yeah,
all. That's all I was
like-
gonna say.
the obvious counterpoint is that Wanyoni has run faster than Arop and beaten him in the last 2 championships. And that's why I'm not going to declare it as like a, it's quite speculative and like how much can we really base off physique and stuff. I think
Yeah.
I think what Wanyoni's best trait is not that he's not just that he's an amazing athlete, but that he's able to get the most out of his body in every single race. Like you can see he's like driving and fighting and getting every last bit of energy and like power out of his body that he can. Whereas you don't get that same impression with Arop. He sort of just like sometimes he runs an amazing race and sometimes it just doesn't seem to click for him. So yeah, and that does slightly link with Keely in that he is able to consistently run really good times, but I wonder if she'll struggle to like really break that sub. Like I think she'll break 153 high. I don't think she'll get close to the world record. Is my
I
take.
think I don't know. I really do think your theory is pretty spot on. I mean, you see it like similar in other sports, like in the NBA. You know, the shorter guys, and talking shorter in the NBA is like what 6'2", 6'2" to 6'6". You know, they're more durable, they're more explosive, they're more coordinated. The taller you get, the more injury prone you get. Those guys are feeble as crap. You know, the handles get worse, they're more uncoordinated, except for Wembanyama, but even then he's probably pretty feeble. Like he looks like he could fall over easily. I think it's kind of I think it's the same thing in that you're talking about body control and being more consistent. I think maybe the shorter guys actually, or the shorter athletes, can recover better and therefore get more consistent races out. While again, taller athletes have that, I know, the higher potential. I know. Again, I think it's an interesting theory. I'd say it's slightly backed by other sports too.
Interesting.
How tall are we talking? Because I feel like the tall athlete, I mean, Femke Bol runs more than probably, she does the hurdles more than any other women's hurdler, you know, in recent history. Vero is racing a ton right now. I don't know how.
I mean, I
and
guess we'll only
Keely,
be
if
able to tell,
anything, is the
like,
one that races
later
the
in
least.
career.
Yeah, and to be fair, she's been dealing with big hamstring problems. I mean, Bo did have a minor, like we haven't seen her durability in the 800, and she did get an early injury. But I think like the key thing is that it's not black and white. But if we're talking about like world records and like beyond world records, like sub 140, sub 153,
Yeah,
where
it's not far fetched to assume there's
Yeah.
a physiological there's like an
ceiling limit.
yeah, there's some sort of build that isn't required but will, you know, it'll guide you there, or it'll work more often than not, assuming the athlete has the same, you know, aerobic talent or anaerobic talent. Having
The rest of the attributes that go with that
so
maybe.
having a certain type of physique is like the last missing puzzle, is maybe what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I can
Or
I can
it's one
understand,
of the factors. that
or one of the
matters, yeah.
factors. Yeah, I get, or yeah, I guess it's something people don't talk about enough, I guess, is what you're trying to say.
And
I
I
mean, I agree
suppose
that hard with sprinting too. You look at all the sprinters, man. You're not going to find a short-limbed sprinter on the starting line at the top level.
like I think a counterpoint to my theory, I guess, which I mean it's slightly different, but the traditional wisdom for the marathon is that you need to be short in order to have that efficiency. And of course, now Yomov Kajelcha at 6'1" or whatever has run the second fastest time ever in his debut.
Kajelcha glazing
which kind of
segment.
dispelled that myth. Yeah, which like I mean,
I'm here for it.
Kajelcha glazing segment. I think we can just put that down to Kajelcha being Kajelcha, and it's a completely different event anyway. So it doesn't really contradict anything. But like maybe something to watch out for in terms of the prevailing narrative. But okay, the final thing I will say is that. I wonder if power to weight ratio is also a slightly underrated factor in the 800 meter, or just all running in general.
Yeah.
Like because it's so okay. I don't think anyone's gonna doubt that it matters. Like if you've got more mass, then it's more difficult. But like if you think about cycling or Formula One or something, where it's like everything, that's the number one metric athletes
pushing
really focus on.
wattage.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas like. There's just not really the talk about like, oh my god, look at his power to weight ratio or like any sort of analysis around that. And I think the reason why Kajelcha is such an amazing athlete is because the guy is incredibly lanky, incredibly tall, and I reckon he's just got tendons that are able to output insane power for his super light height. For a super lightweight. And that's actually why like maybe that was able to surpass the shortness barrier if it exists. And yeah, that's...
Dude, I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the episode. I was dying laughing when I woke up the morning when you were texting us in the group chat. Like, oh my God, guys, what did I say last episode?
Yeah.
I'm actually freaking out. Dude, I was crying. Jumpman DM'd me.
Oh, dude.
Jumpman DM'd me.
Yeah, I forgot about this. You guys did a really good job. I was like, it's so funny as well if you read the messages. Like, you should put the screenshot up because it goes from like, this is kind of weird to, oh, people are probably joking. Wait a minute, I'm not sure if people are... Wait, no, people aren't joking. What the fuck's going on?
When All in the Game broke character and said, Adam, why would you say that? I think that was the selling point.
Because I went from like, did I just say like, because I think, maybe all of us can admit to sometimes a bit of imposter syndrome where like you upload a video and you're scared that the next day you said some like god awful take and you look like an idiot or whatever. So at first I was approaching it from that perspective. And then I was like, wait, did I like say something, horrible out of pocket? Like, did I like, I don't know, say, all kinds of malarkey. And
Dude,
I mean,
you rang me. We called, and you were talking
panicking,
at like 1,000 words a minute. 1,000 words a minute. I was literally I was at the track doing a session alone in the fucking dark with dingoes, and this guy screaming like, "What did I say? I already said what happened."
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, it's over. What have I done? What have I said?
It's over. The 1,000-view podcast was what destroyed Adam Yancey's career.
Exactly.
Dude, so many comments. So it's insane.
I could not believe it.
There was so much engagement.
Yeah,
you guys are like, 3 or 4 comments. We might be able to get every single comment, like 20 comments. Everyone liked each other's comments. Oh
no! Shout out! Listen, shout out to the fucking listeners. You guys absolutely killed it with that. I was not expecting. I was not expecting that many people to listen. My prediction was 4 to 5 people max, not 40.
The thing is as well, you said, because he won't listen to the podcast bit. The reason I found out is because I went on to listen to the podcast after I left. So like, but I saw the comments first. And I was like, oh my god,
that was the goal.
Didn't make it far enough. Didn't make it an hour in. That's all right. Jump into conclusions, Adam Jansen, just like his videos.
And it's funny, I titled the segment, If You Know, You Know. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What's this for? The steeplechase. Oh, yeah. Hasn't it got, like, all of the world record? Or, like, do you reckon Prefontaine we see a women's steeplechase record finally go down?
That's what I was saying, dude. I'm looking at this list. Kimutai, Buziani, Gerudo has not been in good form in a couple years. Lemgole will be exciting. I always like watching her race. And then Yavi. I mean, this is crazy.
I mean, you've got the 3 All-Stars and then
you got the freaking Avengers and then all the chasers alongside. So
big respect to the women's steeplers for like racing each other often.
Yes, 100%. They are not afraid to turn every race into a sub-9 gauntlet and just freaking go for it. So, yeah, I think
probably actually like each other too because it's kind of a niche event. That's generally what happens.
Mm-hmm. And the women, I think this is going to be the sleeper event of the meet, in my opinion. I think if the weather's good enough, they're just going to go for it, 100%.
Mm.
So
Do we have the forecast for Oregon coming up? Is it what, on Saturday or Sunday? It's 4th of July.
4th of July.
American
When is
Independence.
that?
4th of July is crazy.
It's a Saturday.
America.
So I don't know if it's in the I think it's in the evening. Well, I don't know what. Hold on. Or no, it's in the afternoon. Oh, I don't.
Yeah. Oh.
Now I'm a little
Do we
less
want to
confident.
look at these fields and be like,
I mean, it'll be
Pivot to,
75
like,
degrees,
Prefontaine.
minimal wind.
That's kind of cold, is it not? 75. What's that in like Celsius?
I think it's like 20s.
It's like 25.
Oh,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Yeah, it's kind of
That's
warm.
not bad for them.
It's not bad, but it's kind of warm.
I guess if it's like just pure sun beating down on you, it's not ideal either. But I mean,
real feel,
I
it
do
might be
like
closer
the-
to the 80s.
23. Oh, no, that's kind of just like good no matter what. I can't imagine overheating in a 23 day.
I feel like they'll be trained for it, and like, I mean, I've just got trauma for when I said that Jakob wouldn't break the 3K world record due to the weather being like 29 degrees, and then
He just
he
runs
did
the
what he did.
greatest distance mark of all time.
Do you want to go over like an event we're excited for, and then we can just like be like, hey, and that's it?
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good shout.
I mean, I'm trying to think what else
I
I'm
need to check
excited.
everything.
Oh, Rye Benjamin in the open
So we can
floor.
We can
Oh,
do
yeah.
like we can do a show and tell. You know, this is why I'm excited about this event.
I mean, I thought we were just gonna kind of bang it out.
Oh,
be
you
honest, I
know,
feel like
mean, we could just do what we're
none-
excited about, and then that's it. Like, I reckon that'd be even better than talking about everything. I mean, people can go look at the.
I mean, if there's
lineups themselves.
fast people, I'm excited. That's about it. If it's a fast field, I'm excited, which seems to be the case for at least some of these races.
You didn't sound very excited earlier when we were talking about it.
Okay, that's because the men's mile
Oh.
doesn't have Jakob or Kerr in it, and it just feels so
Well,
much.
Jakob doesn't exist anymore.
It just feels so much more empty without either of them. Like
Jakob retired 10 years ago.
Like as a Josh Kerr hater, I can't even watch him lose now. How's that? What's the fun in that?
Well, you do get to watch him attempt and likely not get a mile world record in front of a home stadium of 70,000.
That's not as satisfying, in my opinion.
Isn't he Scottish? He probably doesn't even care. It makes him even happier.
He is Scottish, but like, I mean, he's also American. Like, let's be honest. I mean,
Resident American rider.
so the reputation goes.
Yeah, that's the big meme with Josh Kerr. Everyone says he's just an American runner. They're like, why isn't he at the trials?
Yeah. To be fair, like I will give him credit. He does like go to Edinburgh AC, his home club, and like do stuff with the young athletes there, which like I think that's nice. You know, he doesn't need to do that. I mean, on the like excited for stuff thing. I mean, I think there's not any particular event I'm super excited for. I think they're all pretty good, but I'm keeping an eye on Grant Fisher in the men's 2 mile. Reason being, again, a bit of a split analysis here. So he ran a 12.7 final 100 meters in Paris for the 5,000, which, so, okay. I feel like Grant's problem in big championship races is that although his kick is like good and no one can doubt his strength, it's never been elite tier. And I feel like that's the first time I've seen him kick away and think like, wow, he's really got some devastating speed there. And if he's able to unlock that speed while still maintaining his great strength, which I mean, he ran what 12:48 or something in one of the Scandinavian Diamond Leagues, then you know he could be a real he could be a genuine threat beyond just having like great records.
Was it last year indoors where he was like talking up his kick and he felt like he could never lose a kick, and then he went on to just lose every single kick for the rest of the season?
I don't remember him talking about massively, but yeah, like. Well, no, because I think he was working on it for Grand Slam track and stuff. Like they were definitely sharpening it, and that they improved it. But it was just like, you know, he wasn't getting those like mid 12-second finishes, which is like that's what Grecia got before Tokyo. That's what Kameli got before Tokyo. Like that's kind of what you need. But I think a really underrated Paris performance was 12:54 with a 12.7 final 100, and I'd like to see if he can repeat a similar thing in the 2 miles.
I got Marco Langen
So
winning it.
that's what you're excited for in the Prefontaine. Are they even running that, the Prefontaine?
It's not a diamond league.
It's not diamond discipline.
Oh, it's the one before.
They're not even going to
So
broadcast.
that's what you're excited for. You're not even for the broadcast. You're not even excited for the broadcast. You're excited for the day before Grant
Well,
Fisher.
I'm trying to
runs
give
a-
something unique here, guys. Like, come
And
on.
that's what you're excited
what
I'm really
a
excited
pick
for
me.
Balm and
Pick
Miles.
me.
Well, second
Pick me.
finish.
That's gonna be a good one. What a creative thing to say. Appreciate that.
Geez, well, you want to actually give something real to the fans here and give them some real insight instead of just talking nonsense.
I mean,
I've
what?
been
Okay,
talking
what
too
is
much.
what is the exciting matchup here? Like, who are the 2 to 3 people you want to see in the final home, like in the home stretch, battling it out in this men's mile?
Laros, Myers.
Yeah, definitely,
Chariot.
definitely Myers. I want to see
Chariot.
him continue.
Well,
Unk-
yeah, Chariot's gonna win. Chariot's gonna win.
I want Unk, Nagus, and Laros at the end there. I want them battling it out.
All right.
Yeah,
I think
I
I
want it in
want,
all. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I want Martin, I want Strand, and I want Birnbaum.
Okay, now give us your give us your action.
Rage
Yeah.
bait.
A
I
little
want
too
Colin
obvious.
Solomon in fourth as well.
Come on. You couldn't even tell me what school Birnbaum's from.
Yeah, Oregon.
Oh, okay.
He won the
Yeah.
15. He was cleaning up in NCAAs.
Oh, I forgot you watched
I have eyes on
NCAAs.
everything.
I forgot you watched NCAAs.
Eyes on everything.
Oh wait, no, you didn't. You said you didn't have access to the stream.
No, well, yeah, but I watched I watched all the replays because when I get up at 11 a.m. because I'm a piece of shit and do all my work at like 3 a.m. I literally just like sit back on the couch. All the replays are already uploaded, and I just sit there, smash breakfast, and fucking enjoy myself. So actually, almost better than watching the meets, honestly.
All right, what is your actual top 3 though?
What? Who I'm excited or who I think will finish top 3?
Who do you want to see battle it out in the final 3 or like, yeah, in the home stretch? Who are the 3 you would want to see really duking it out?
3 I want to see duking out. Well, I do want to see Myers, like a bit of Aussie pride, but if he actually finally ran that fast time he was hunting. Fuck. Between the others, honestly, I don't have a big stake in any of them. Like, I could, I'd see them run fast and be happy for them. I guess maybe Hocker because he's kind of entertaining and he's got the kick. He runs a fairly tactical race or good tactical race, I suppose.
Extremely loud, incorrect buzzer.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the only thing you could rage bait RunnerBoi with more is saying Cole Hocker.
Yeah, saying
mean, I like
Cole
it.
Hocker's cool is just that's instant rage bait for me.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's been injured though, like, well, recovering from one because he got beaten by Seposite in the men's 3K, like a not super long ago. So I wouldn't expect him to be. I mean, I think he'll do well because he recovers well, but I don't think he'll be an X factor in the Batman Mile. He's never done well
honestly,
in 3.2 either.
Honestly, I really couldn't care less, I guess, who's like battling it out or whatever. I do want to see Myers run well, and I do want to see what Birnbaum will do because he did clean up at NCAAs the whole time, and he broke the NCAA record. I know it's kind of that thing where the NCAA distance runners never quite just slot in like some of the sprinters do. Like they never just kind of take over. So I want to, I don't know, it's that interest. I want to see what he'll do.
Well, to be fair, I mean the NCAA guys aren't running world records or
Fast
stuff that
enough.
would win, stuff that would win diamond leagues.
Yeah,
because I mean,
I get it. It's actually a different level on the distance, which is great. It's good for the sport.
What you need, yeah. So what it should be.
Yeah, we don't have literal children running fucking, diamond league winning
10.64.
times.
That's for the 800 for Lucan House.
Yeah, I think Keely in the 8 will be really good because it's. Or is she still there? Yeah, because that's her time. This is her first chance to respond to Weru.
Yeah, but look at what look at who I'm highlighting.
Yeah, Odira.
Odira.
I don't know. I mean,
Dark
Odira's
horse.
like,
Dark horse pick.
she's not raced much.
I know.
I think this will be the race. If she does well, then like
she didn't even race.
She doesn't do well in
she?
this race, then she's raced a bit. She did some early season stuff. Like,
oh really?
Nothing spectacular. Nothing.
I haven't been keeping tabs. Oh, she's been strictly racing in Kenya. Oh, she did race in Rabat. I don't remember.
The Rabbit Diamond League or Rabat, sorry.
Rabbit.
Rabat.
Come on.
Rabbit. I corrected myself immediately. All right, get off me.
Doesn't matter.
Also, why are these called? The what? I've never. This has to be. This has to be an error, right? Does this
Eh,
mean something else? The Kenyan
no,
Championships
no.
come
I think it
trials
does.
for
No, wait, is it for the
Commonwealth
Commonwealth?
Games.
No, you know, because like, okay, this is a university thing, right? But like, the grades will be like cum laude or something like that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I know that. Yeah,
literally.
for like universities, if you do well enough. Yes, I knew that. It's like summa cum laude.
Yeah, so maybe
Yes,
it's
okay.
like because it's Commonwealth, so maybe it's some fancy like
This
Latin
just-
bro,
thing that they just.
This just reads like
It's
cum
cum
trials.
lord.
Oh, literally, like I'll put it in the chat how it's spelled. Like it's I'm trying to be a cum lord
No,
for my philosophy degree.
No, I know what you're talking about. The like because I've had
Yeah, I
people.
know what you're talking about too, but he couldn't. He said cum lord.
I mean, that's how it's pronounced.
No, I thought it's cum laude.
Yeah, it's cum laude.
But this just reads.
That's just wrong grammar.
But this
Bloody
just
French.
this reads like Kenyan Championships cum trials. That's like the.
Can we not? Can we? Are we keeping everything? Keep everything.
Everything goes
Everything
in.
stays in.
Listen, the people need to. I mean, I just don't want to feel like an idiot because I've looked at so many results. I've looked at thousands of results in my life, and I've never seen this specific championship.
Unfortunately, we are idiots.
We are idiots, but I'm kind of defending myself on this one. No bias, but I've just never seen.
I'm gonna look it up and see what I find. Google images.
Cum trials. Weird.
Oh wow, Athletics Kenya even posted about it.
Come on and try it for the cum trials.
Yeah, it's just straight up what you call it.
I've never heard of this. I swear to God, I've seen so many Kenyan trial events that I don't know. I've never seen this before. So, all right, I guess I learned something. Why is this
Right.
word in all lowercase though in this post? It's the only lowercase letter or only lowercase word, which is now it's standing out. Now they want me to look at it.
They're making sure you understand it's not an acronym and it is 100% just cum.
No, yeah. So yeah, exactly. It's a Latin preposition meaning with or along with. So it'd be like the Kenyan Championships for
With
or with
trials?
The,
I don't think that's
yeah,
translating
I guess,
well.
right?
What language do
Yeah.
Kenyans speak? Do they have their
They
own
speak
language?
like three.
Yeah,
Swahili's
they speak a
one of
few.
them.
Swahili's one, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know the others
yeah.
because I know in
That's
Ethiopia they
interesting on
speak.
their Facebook page, it would be all in English.
Yeah, I don't.
English is like a general lingua franca, but as in, I think it's one of those things where because three dominant or like three significant languages, you've got to have a unifying one, and because Kenya's part of the Commonwealth, that becomes English.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then Ethiopia has their own unique language too. I can't remember what it's called. I think it begins with an A.
Oromo?
Or
Oh,
Oromo's
we are
one.
good at talking absolutely just nonsense.
Hold on. It's gonna bother me. Oh,
Jumpman's racist.
Americ.
Yeah, and is that kind of like? I mean, it's got Arabic influence. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's also got its own alphabet and stuff.
And then Tigrinya. That's for athletes from Tigray. Because I know Letasembe Gide is from there. And I think is Gudaf Sige from there too? Hold on. This is gonna bother me if I'm wrong. Or just not knowing it. Oh no, she is from the Tigray region. Yeah, that's what I
Is
thought.
that the thing where they're all from like the small villages that are an elevation?
No, Tigray in particular, I don't think has that much significance in terms of like fostering a ton of talent. I could be wrong, but I did know that there was a lot of. I think I don't know if they had some kind of civil war going on or some kind of war with. I don't know, maybe if it was around the Addis Ababa area or something. I don't know, something war related in Kenya or Ethiopia. And I remember when Robert Johnson or one of the Johnsons interviewed Sige or Gide, I think it was Sige, about the Tigray conflict that was going on, and her coach was like, "This question is not good for us," because they didn't want to answer that because it was dangerous for them to answer that question. Yeah, that interview rings in my head to this day because it was like a 30-second interview. They literally, like, Johnson asked an Ethiopian athlete about Tigray and about the flag or whatever, and the coach is like, "Nope, you can't talk about this. We
Yeah,
need to
why
go.
would you ask that, man?
That's what
Like,
I
come
said.
on.
It sounded so disrespectful to ask about that, because if he knew about the conflict, why would you put athletes in that type of danger where they can be like incriminating themselves to an extent?
Yeah, and like, who cares? Like, what purpose does that question serve? It's not like the American audience are really gunning to hear what Gudaf Segai thinks about the Ethiopian conflict. Like, you know,
Dude, he's trying to get it executed to rule her out of competition for the American athletes.
Yeah, here it is. Gudaf Segai of Ethiopia wins 5,000 gold and isn't allowed to answer question about Tigray civil war. Yeah, I remember the moment.
what a
That
title.
is actually
Watch, you see her
messed up.
smile fade instantly. Yep.
It's like, fair enough, man.
Yeah.
Like,
And he goes, "This question is not good for us." And then they just leave. They leave the media.
Hey, you know,
I'm
at
not
least
going to
he saved
interview
it
a
for the end of the
Turkish
interview.
athlete and say, like, is Bosnia Serbia or whatever it is. Like, you're just not going to do that. Like, you know?
What do you
Is
think?
Turkey
What do you
Greece?
really
Like-
think of Kosovo?
Yeah, exactly. Does
Yeah.
Israel have a right to exist? Like, come on.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It was just kind of wild, but honestly, I think that's a good place to wrap it up with the pre-classic shenanigans, along with whatever.
with the
Along with
Ethiopian Civil War,
whatever
yeah.
we talked about. I don't even remember the last 10, 15 minutes, if
We
I'm
didn't
being
talk-
honest.
Anything about bloody Prefontaine Classic? I swear
do you
to
mean?
God.
We talked about
the men's 2 mile, and then that's it.
Oh, we were talking about
Prefontaine
Odira.
Classic,
We were talking about
Ethiopian Civil
Odira,
War.
and then and then the cum trials popped up.
Yeah, that's it. And that was it. There's like 50 different events with with stacked athletes, and we're talking about the cum trials and
And there
then
goes 20 minutes.
politics in Africa.
I love this podcast. Yeah.
And, personally, I'm excited for Jacoby Tharp
My,
in the hurdles.
my
I wanna
favorite
see if he
African
can do it on
politics
the big
podcast.
stage.
What do you reckon he runs?
1285.
I honestly have no clue, but I do think he's going to win.
Yeah.
I'm locking in 1285.
I
Alright,
can
you know
go
what?
with
Just
that.
because you're locking something, in, I'll say 1284 just to be on the
What are you
lower
gonna
end.
Price
of
is
you
Right me?
Yep, that's right.
Actually, wait. I have the advantage because I think he's more likely to run slower than that than he is faster than that.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what you
I'll say
think.
1286.
Wait, so I'm fucked. I can't win then.
Yeah. Well, if you win, it would be pretty epic.
I
If you win, then
guess.
you look like a genius. Well, you can't be last. That's the way to look at it.
Yeah, that's true.
Sure. All
Yeah,
right.
CK in the
Right, Benjamin.
What do you reckon he
though.
runs actually? Okay. I've got a question about Kevin at Shippy. Do we think he's like? I mean, what? So have we agreed then he's cruising, or do you reckon it's just the way he runs looks like he's cruising? Because I mean, he was doing like press ups and stuff after Paris. So
No,
do you
that
reckon he's
first
finally
200,
gonna let it rip?
that first 200 was cruising. I think if we're thinking of modern day 400 meter running, he opens up faster and finishes similar speed and just runs a faster time. Who knows what that time is though? But I think he's going to lower his time. He's going to run faster this year.
I think he's
Yeah.
gonna feel more threatened too with this type of field. Whereas in Paris, I think he wasn't super concerned about getting hawked down by anyone in particular. So I think he was fine with either experimenting with a slower strategy or just doing one for the sake of doing one and just kind of racing the field next
This
to him.
race might be even easier, bro. Rai Benjamin is just not elite over 400.
Dude, have you
Michael
se-
Norman is washed and dead. Chris Robinson is like a 49-second runner right now.
I wouldn't write off Rye. I'm just gonna say it. I think his listen, splits are splits, but he has run some gnarly fucking splits in the 4x4. So
Yeah, he does have a good 200 as well. I don't know. He did say he was trying all 400s.
I think there's more, and also I mean, for Christ's sake, he's a low 46 hurdler.
Quincy Hall's in there too. This field is kind of butts, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna be excited to watch Kevin at Shippy run again.
Yeah, that's it really. Especially with this field. I think Chris Bailey's actually been in really good form.
Yeah, I think it'll be a pretty good race overall. I mean,
Men's 200's always got interest. Like,
Yeah.
sprints kind of just have interest. Tebogo could run really quick. He's racing Tate Taylor. Lavelle came dead last in his last race or something. I don't know. He's Brian Lavelle.
Well, that means he's due to win this race then, isn't it?
Yeah, that's kind of true actually. And then actually, it is actually kind of a cool field because you got the Zimbabwe runners, Makarawu and Charamba, and they've both run 19.8 this year. Not at elevated tracks too. So
the one time Teboho shows up to the 2, why? Could we explain why Lyles isn't here?
dude,
And that's Teboho's fault. I'll be honest. Lyles has been racing. Like
In the 2, I think Lyles has only done 1 200, Diamond League 200, right?
No,
no, but like
I don't know
he's
if
been
that was
racing
Lyles.
generally,
Yeah,
right? Like I don't think you can say Lyles has been ducking him or okay. To be fair, Teboho's
Well, Tebogo's been racing
he's
too.
been
The
racing.
only guy who hasn't been racing is Seville in Texas. He's still on holiday. Really weird.
Be a running theme. Every podcast, we got to mention it at least once. The Seville's in Texas.
I'm
Dude,
telling you,
always comes back
we
to
got to get a
Seville,
shirt
Texas.
that just says.
I'm looking
That
forward to this
also-
time next year when Seville's actually in Texas and we can say
just the Wojak pointing.
It's even
just-
better, isn't it? Because isn't Seville it's like a place in Italy or something? It's like a place in Europe. It's like a city. So
oh yeah,
it sounds
it's
even
a
dumber.
city in Spain,
Mhm.
Seville.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, so it's even funnier. Seville is in Texas. Like what could that possibly mean?
That's actually amazing. I didn't even think about that. Oh, it's such a good idea. We gotta get some clearances and then we're
Yeah.
good to go.
Yeah, you get a map of Spain with Seville labeled, and you say Seville's in Texas.
Oh man. Yeah, let us know if you'd buy that.
That's true, actually. Do we have anyone with buying power in the audience? Track and field is generally like not the most marketable sport.
Hey, trust.
I don't know, when New Gen Track and Field was selling merch and shit, they were selling out a good amount of their apparel and stuff. So
But that's like they're
Let's
like
run.
oh, let's run too. I don't know. I feel like running channels where there's like an actual person, like instead of a face or a faceless channel talking about pros or like legacy and
also,
historical stuff.
we would make cool merch. Not that's the difference. Ours would be sick and cool and awesome.
You
and
know
hip.
ball if you got our merch.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Man wearing
Ball
brat hat says he'd make cool merch. Interesting.
what do you mean? This is
You saying the brat hat is uncool?
this is fire.
Yeah, it's
baby.
actually it is actually really sick. I do really like it.
Exactly.
Dude,
Exactly.
it's sadly most of the time though people don't know what it's referencing and they're just like, "Oh my god, I love your hat." Dude, I remember when I went to Alaska, every flight attendant loved my hat. It was really weird. It was like specifically the flight attendants all loved my hat. Or maybe it was my shirt. I have a brat shirt as well. And
Did you ever take it off? Actually, I don't think I've ever seen you without it.
so
It's like KSI and the bandana.
I've been really lazy with getting a haircut the last 4 to 6 weeks, so my hair's way longer than it should be. And I run right before we hop on the podcast, so I don't have time to shower and wash my hair or whatever. So I just kind of throw a hat on and just hope it solves the situation.
Well, it's nice to hear that you don't just wear it all the time. which
I
is my
wear
impression.
it a lot.
And everyone else is.
I do wear it a lot, to be fair though. But it's mainly because if I'm running twice a day and my hair is greasy, because my hair gets greasy really easily, especially if I wear a hat while running, like a different hat. It's just I can't go out. I'll look terrible. But
No, I get you. I don't really sweat when I work out because I'm a high jumper, so I don't exactly see the same issue.
Yeah. Say
Oh,
you
no,
work
dude.
out is even a stretch in itself.
Dude, on the treadmill, it's so bad too. Because my gym that I work on, not this treadmill behind me that doesn't work, and then I have to get a technician to come fix. But the up at the gym that I go to, I can run at 130 heart rate or 125 heart rate, and I'll be sweating bullets by the end. It's so weird. The treadmill just makes you.
There's zero air resistance. That's why. So
Yeah.
There's no,
Oh, it's not like wicking the sweat.
Yeah, I
That's
sweat like
interesting.
a
Yeah, exactly.
demon and sometimes like I don't overheat as much anymore now that I've gotten more fit. But oh my god, on my threshold session this morning, I was just drenched, even though I felt fine. Like it's
So does that mean when you piss your pants, it doesn't dry either?
what?
Oh.
Oh,
don't
wait,
thi-
is it?
You don't think my shorts are going to be
If you're on
wet
the
from...
treadmill, it doesn't dry. But if you're like outdoors, then it does dry. The air resistance.
I don't think either are... I think he just wanted a reason to talk about pee again. We already... Those who know about the forbidden piss segment that I unfortunately ended up cutting out. It was like 30
And
minutes.
that's it for
Release the
tonight.
piss
Good
files.
morning, good afternoon, and good night, everybody. That's the end of the podcast. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Yeah. No, we are not. I will refuse to end the episode on that. Just by I'll find a reason to keep talking if anything. But I'm trying to think when we will even do a next episode, because I don't think we've even
But
talked.
Saturday for Pre-Classic.
Was that really the end? That's the end, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've been recording for 2 hours. I think we can. I think it's a good.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so
put this thing down.
So pre-classic coming up in a few days from now. This is being recorded on Tuesday. I should hopefully have this out by Wednesday evening. I don't think I'll have it done today. If I get it out by today, it's a miracle. But I would like to get it out tomorrow, because Thursday I'm actually heading out to a show. I'm hoping, assuming I don't come back with a concussion, because it's gonna be pretty bad. For the metal listeners, because I know there's a couple based off of the last comment I got. I'm going to see Snuffed on Sight, Devourment, Hatebreed, and then I think the other one's like a local-ish band, I forget. But I'm going to see a bunch of like hardcore bands / like I think one of them's a slam metal. But yeah, it's going to be pretty dangerous, I think. I'm hoping I don't get decked in the face or leave with a bloody nose. But it's going to be fun, and I will definitely be excited to go to that. So I will keep my metal listeners.
Love danger, dude.
I
Love danger.
I'm low-key an adrenaline junkie. I'm a straight edge adrenaline junkie. That's my drug that I wish I could have. Running isn't enough for me. I can run 100 miles a week and it wouldn't fulfill the stimulus requirements for my ADHD rotted brain. I need to be...
And fill the gaping hole in your in your stomach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fill his gaping hole.
But can we not? This is just inappropriate now.
Yeah. Now it's just
thought
we've reached wild
That's
out.
piss. Then Marco Arop.
Piss.
And now this.
I thought it
Butthole
was
references.
over. Aren't we done?
No, I didn't even get to close it out
I'm
yet.
in the Kenyan trials.
I closed it out. What are
No,
you
we're not
talking
using
about?
that stupid ass phrase to close it out. Also, you're not supposed to
listen. You'll thank me that I did it, because this last section has just been utter well, it's all been utter nonsense. Truthfully.
Particularly nonsensical.
You haven't. First off, you don't get to say all three because you're not from 3 different time zones.
Okay. Start it off.
But no, I'm not. No, I'm not doing that.
And good night, everybody. Bye.
So
Goodbye. Sync it up, RunnerBoi in post. Sync it up.
I'm not syncing shit up for you. Pre-classic, July 4th. I don't think anything else is happening in between. So the episode, it'll probably just be a pre-classic dedicated episode where we will probably just geek out about that. If anything does happen in between, obviously we'll try and mention it. But other than that, we will all see you all in the next episode. Hope you all enjoy pre-classic, and take care. Bye-bye.
Waiting.
No, you're not getting your stupid ass outro.
Good night.
Good
Yay.
Uh.